So, like, the Grammys is, like, there's nothing neutral about the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
What is being celebrated, what's being recognized, what's being honored are specific things. And that means, like, then we're not acknowledging, recognizing, celebrating, awarding other things.
Sure.
And so that is like that's a choice. And in that choice, they're embedded all of these assumptions and logics and objectives that the ruling class or that hegemonic power would like to preserve or maintain.
Right. So, like, the Grammys don't exist to reflect the people. They exist to organize taste. And taste is a terrain of political construction.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so as it relates to like to hip hop, which is a category, you know, and so thinking about hip hop that was a counter hegemonic project.
Originally.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's been over 50 years. Yeah. And so that'd be a whole episode unto itself. And
should be.
But so the best rap album, like best according to, right according to who?
Yeah.
And so it's not about necessarily the way musicians or poets or wordsmiths or producers would, like, it's not necessarily on the criterion that they would use to evaluate best. For the Grammys, for the culture at large, is more so about which version of rap the industry can make safely without, you know, threatening the system that makes the industry money.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Trap Poet Society, a podcast dedicated to Black music, culture, and literature,
where we sharpen our political literacy towards making other worlds irresistible, inevitable, and inextinguishable. I'm your host, Brian Rogers.
And I'm your host, Cree Miles. Today, we told y'all we wasn't just going to be talking about books. We are talking music, and more music. What is that? Wait and see. Money, and more. I have been thinking about the Grammy nominees for Rap Album of the Year ever since it was announced a few months ago. And we are going to be diving into the Grammys, into hip hop and rap, into the nominees, into the folks who are not present. It's going to be a really good time.
Yeah. We talk about the politics of the Grammys too, right?
Absolutely. Yes. It would be irresponsible to talk about all of this without talking about the politics of the Grammys. Yeah.
So, I mean, just maybe a little quick rundown of this year's nominees.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
As a little, what is a frontispiece?
Primer? A frontispiece? A preface? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know what a frontispiece is?
No.
I think it's it's a part of a book. I'm going to have to look that up.
Frontispiece.
I know it has something to do with books.
Okay. I like that.
But it's like an architectural.
PIECE.
Frontispiece. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But it's all one word. Yeah. Chromacopia. Tyler, the Creator. I don't understand how you submit an album like came out October 28th, 2024. It's for the 2026 award season. So somebody explain that to us.
So please, like we're two.
Kendrick's GNX.
Yeah. Kendrick just opened his. What did Drake say when he was back? Kendrick just opened his mouth. Please give him a Grammy. So something.
And Kendrick's got enough Grammys. We'll talk about that. Maybe not enough. What is enough?
Yeah.
Who knows? Glorilla's Glorious.
Yes.
Her first feature length.
Yes.
We got JID's God Loves Ugly.
God Does Like Ugly.
Yeah, okay.
I love that title.
I really do. We'll talk about it all.
Yeah.
And who else? Oh, and then the clips. Yeah.
Randy's best friend Pusha. Randy, if you're listening. And Malice, I don't know if you knew this, but we are best friends. Okay, so yes, precisely.
But I think before we go there, let's do just a real quick temperature check-in. We could do an abbreviated pause.
Yeah, just a quick. So the children had a sleepover so that we could do this. We tried to do an episode yesterday that we did not really flesh out, so you guys will never see it, but we did learn something about what we need in order to create something that we're proud of. So that was a good learning experience, a little crunchy, but we have been in we've been together 11 years. At this point, we're pretty good at navigating crunchy, so that wasn't a big deal. We had a good time. We went out to eat, and got to wake up slow, which, you know, when you live with a 2-year-old isn't generally the reality. He is potty trained, and him and Nat will wake up and kick it, but still it's like loud. So there was none of that this morning, which was nice.
Mm. I mean, I think that's sufficient.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's jump into it.
And dive in. So I don't want to say everybody knows. Maybe everybody doesn't know about hegemony.
I don't think so. I don't think I know.
According to Webster, a strong influence or authority over others, aka domination. They have a secondary definition that's like the social, cultural, ideological, or economic influence exerted by a dominant group. And
you also pulled Gramsci.
Yeah, right. Antonio Gramsci, an Italian communist who was imprisoned under Mussolini and wrote some very like foundational text called the Prison Notebooks, where a big part of what he writes about is, it's up there somewhere.
Yeah, I see it all the time. That's why I thought it was pronounced Gramsci. It's Gramsci?
Gramsci. Yeah.
Okay.
Although I'm not Italian, so.
Period.
But his definition goes a little bit further.
Sure.
Where he's defining hegemony as the social, political, and economic power that a ruling class holds over society, and that it's achieved not just through force, but by shaping cultural norms and beliefs that become accepted as common sense. And so the concept is emphasizing the importance of ideology in maintaining control, and then the need for counter-hegemonic narratives and movements to actually challenge dominant narratives.
To strengthen the dominant narrative, or to just like to try and bring it down? To
disrupt it, to challenge it, to I don't know if replacing it with something else, but it is some element of replacing it with something else.
So how does that connect to the Grammys?
So like the Grammys is like, there's nothing neutral about the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
What is being celebrated, what's being recognized, what's being honored are specific things, and that means like then we're not acknowledging, recognizing, celebrating, awarding other things.
Sure.
And so that is that's a choice, and in that choice they're embedded all of these assumptions and logics and objectives that the ruling class or that hegemonic power would like to preserve or maintain.
Right. So like the Grammys don't exist to reflect the people, they exist to organize taste, and taste is a terrain of political construction.
Yeah, absolutely. And so as it relates to to hip hop, which is a category, and so thinking about hip hop that was a counter hegemonic project
originally.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's been over 50 years.
Yeah.
And so that'd be a whole episode unto itself, and
should be.
But so the best rap album, like best according to, according to who?
Yeah.
And so it's not about necessarily the way musicians or poets or wordsmiths or producers would, like, it's not necessarily on the criterion that they would use to evaluate best. For the Grammys, for the culture at large, is more so about which version of rap the industry can make safely without, threatening the system that makes the industry money.
Yeah.
And that, I think, that's where celebrity culture comes in, because celebrity isn't just like the fame or the accrual of wealth, although that's certainly an attraction and how we're conditioned to move right within the system.
Yeah.
But it also functions as a sort of political technology that isolates voices from the masses, turns collective struggle sort of into an individual story arc, and then sells those arcs back to us as inspiration. And so it's just like this tight little feedback loop, this little vicious circle of hegemony.
Yeah.
And so the maintenance of the system always requires obscene amounts of violence, and we see that in like grotesque theatrical ways
Right now
in early 2026. The preference would be for softer versions of that kind of social control, right? And so like instead of having to rely on a repression and violence, making your obedience to the dictates of the system more seductive, more anesthetized. Like that's the sweet spot for cultural and political hegemony. Just like make you want your domination.
Because it's easier to rebrand the revolution than to crush it, because the crushing looks violent versus the ugly, soft thing. Right. Because like as we were putting this together, and you like instantly started going in on like the Grammys and the system, and I was just trying to be like, damn, Chromacopia was produced really well.
And it is. And it is.
But I'm really sensitive about how hip hop is held in the collective imagination, because at its roots, it's one of the biggest countercultural moments in modern history, and it's rooted in truth and liberation. You know, we all know "Fuck the Police" and Mos Def's "New World Water," and those were fearless and blatant critiques on the system that we're surviving. And I think that's the instinct of Black artists every time, is to like critique the system. But with the insurrection of the bling bling era, and like you're talking about celebrity culture, and I'm seeing our niggas on yachts with girls in thongs, and the subject matter has been watered down, even though I would die on the hill that the language has not. I still think rappers use language in a really radical way in their artistry, but overall it has become more of an aesthetic texture than a political position. And we see this happen to our Black radical thinkers regardless of what medium they use, because they do this to MLK, they did this to Malcolm X, they do this to the Black Panther Party. Right. So this is what happens to honest Black art. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's sort of like that the system requires. I heard somebody say, our kids will bring us home artwork every now and again, and like, or the artwork that we see at the daycare where Julius goes, and swear to God, there's some of that abstract artwork that I'm like, this is as good as Jackson Pollock, low key. And who's to say what, you know? But the CIA was actually funding white abstract artists in the 50s and the 60s. And not, you know, there was Black abstract art that was happening at the time too, right?
For sure.
But just, yeah, we go deeper on that too. But just all the ways, right, that
who gets picked,
who gets picked,
yeah,
who gets funded, who gets recognized,
yes,
right? None of these are there's a logic behind it.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, it's about to be MLK Day, and right,
this is coming. Yeah, you guys don't get this. You get this the week after MLK Day, but we're recording this 2 days before MLK Day.
And all that flattening, right? All that, like, let's package everybody into an individual, and so how can we absorb and assimilate, shave off the edges, round off the revolutionary flair, and just like fold that shit into something conveniently hegemonic, the cultural program. Yeah. And so it will tolerate a certain amount of critique or of like, you know, margin.
Up to a point. Yes.
Up to a point, yeah. So, and I think in that sense there is a real contradiction between curating content and collectively raising consciousness. They can happen at the same time, but I think that, like, for all the ways of like our economic system just dispossesses us of so many things, that I think it can be hard to do both of those things at the same time. Maybe I need to unpack that.
No, I like this though.
So in the context of the Grammy, or just in the context of black musicians, just how their celebrity is used to legitimize or beatify, sanction, or provide some cover to U.S. imperial hegemonic behavior.
Yes.
The cultural ambassadors, right? Of like the whole jazz ambassadors, or how it was used during South African apartheid, and then the counter to that.
Yeah.
But it makes me think about Chuck D.
Mm-hmm.
Biden administration, Tony Blinken, Secretary of State. There was a long list, but like Chuck D was probably the most prominent among them, and the one that was like who had the most, radical or revolutionary credentials, at least, ostensibly.
Yeah.
But he is up at a press conference being like, yeah, I'm going to be a cultural ambassador for the United States, while the U.S. is literally funding, supporting Israel's genocide in Palestine. So that is just
par for the course, honestly.
Yeah. So, or like on the domestic front, 50th anniversary of the birth of hip hop.
Yeah, last year or 2 years ago.
It was 2023.
Okay, yeah.
But former mayor, now former mayor Eric Adams.
Mamdani.
But yeah, KRS-One of all people was like out there shucking and jiving to the beck and call of Mayor Adams, and it's like how the mighty have fallen. Like how far. So, and I don't even like. Is even worth an individual knock against
KRS.
Like y'all are doing what you got to do.
They
So
are.
I'm not even. But yeah, so the industry would much rather absorb these entities, these ideas, these individuals, rather than destroy them.
Yeah.
And it's much more profitable to do it that way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less spectacle of, shit you shouldn't do. So I think give them a check, give them a stage, keep it moving. And I think the danger.
The script.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's the danger of celebrity, right? It's supreme hegemonic utility to capitalist order. And because once the struggle gets like routed through individual greatness, it becomes separated from,
collective liberation.
Yeah. And like, so all of that just sort of disappears.
Yeah.
And so much, we know how much erasure is a very active ingredient in maintaining, right?
The social order.
Shit, how it is. So, yeah.
Talk about that. The piece you liked from Hood Communist.
Ajamu Umi, who he, it was after Kendrick's Super Bowl performance, the halftime show, and he was basically going off of just making a distinction between like an individual artist and whatever their intent is or is not, and the masses of people. And I mean, I'll read it straight out because he's great. And I just think this passage is spot on and is really connected to what we're about to talk about with the Grammys.
Okay.
So until enough of us, let me preface it by saying, like, he's really like, artists are not the problem. Individualism is the problem.
Yes.
Among other problems, but certainly individualism is a function of. Okay. He says, quote, "Until enough of us understand our collective responsibility to advance our culture, and that the only real way to do that is by advancing our people against this capitalist system that continues to hold us down, all we will ever be left with is individualism. And individualism has never in the history of human existence solved any collective problems. Next steps, stop talking about what Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Donald Duck did or didn't do, and start talking about what you are going to do, and then do it. If enough of us can see the importance of that collective approach to our liberation fight, the art produced will reflect that, and then we really start to see for the first time what true African art and expression is supposed to look like." And I love that he's also like brings in this comparison between, like, in the 60s and 70s you had James Brown and the Isley Brothers talking about, I'm black, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud,
sure.
and black pride. Fast forward to the 80s, and you got James Brown singing about living in America, and Isley Brothers singing about Between the Sheets. Yeah. There are other things happening there, but
it's easier to argue about artists than organize ourselves. And it's easier in so many ways. Like emotionally, it's easier. It's way easier. I love getting into a social media argument about who is the better singer, Whitney or Mariah. I fucking love that shit. Mm-hmm. And it's way easier to do that than to convince people that in order for us to really stop what is fucking happening right now, we'd all have to stop paying our taxes. It's that instantly terrifies people. So I don't know. Yeah. And I really like that. What is the author's name who wrote this?
Ajamu Umi. I really, really respect the distinction between like, this is a critique on the system and what it forces the artist to do and not the artist itself. I'm very, very, very sensitive to that because Black people have to make hard decisions to survive in this country. And so... Poor Sammy Davis Jr.
I know, right? And his nose. It got broke so many times. Yeah. Because I just think like the artists who are nominated for Album of the Year this year, Tyler, Kendrick, Pusha and Malice, Jid, Glorilla, I think they do, they have critical analysis of systems. They have it. I've heard all of them talk. Tyler is brilliant, but it really is just like, at the end of the day, I also need to make this money. And the pinnacle of this mountain is a Grammy. Like that is the shiny crown jewel at the top of everything. And so it really is just like, how do we get collectively everyone deep down to be like, fuck the Grammys, like for real, fuck the Grammys. And Cardi B said at one point, like, everybody says the Grammys don't matter, but everybody secretly wants one. And I thought that was interesting because she's the first woman to have won a Grammy, and I think for best hip hop album of the year. And I think that in itself demonstrates the illegitimacy of the Grammys. Like Cardi B, as a woman, Cardi B winning a Grammy before Queen Latifah is fucking insane. You know what I'm saying? Just like off bat. And if she really had a critical collective assessment of that, she would be like, yes, I'm geeked about this, but also, So I don't know. And also, I don't know if Queen Latifah had put out a full-length solo album after 1995, etc., because hip-hop is older than Album of the Year. But still, I don't know. I think about all of that.
Yeah. Well, should we run back the nominees?
Yeah, so we can fucking clown these clowns real quick. We can both pull it up. I looked at Wiki.
We can both pull it up. I mean, I think like the question. So like, okay, the nominees like just if we're playing the Grammy game,
we're playing the Grammy game, yeah,
which I think is a fully legitimate game to play. Like all these albums are great.
The ones nominated this year. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we know that there's just like, there are hundreds of other albums, right?
And huge snubs. Chance, if you ever hear this, they played in your fucking face. Yeah. Okay? I'm looking at the camera. They played in your face. Your project was brilliant.
And perhaps you don't even need that validation.
I hope he does. Well, he was lobbying. He literally took out a billboard in Chicago that said, "For your Grammy consideration." He's lobbying. Okay. And so I want him to take solace in the fact that he threw his back into that album, and perhaps maybe it didn't resonate with the powers that be, because you, in a lot of ways, were offering collective critiques of the systems that we live under. That might have something to do with it. I know you don't want to hear this, but like, try and rest in that, which is annoying. We need our own thing. We do.
Well, and that's what, like, that video that you were showing me, was it from like Christmas 2025?
Yeah, basically? Like just like a month ago.
Yeah, what she was putting out was,
it's gone super viral. Okay. Anybody who's chronically online have seen it. Let me pull up her name. Hold on. But she saw for the first time in like 35 years, hip hop has not been on the Billboard Top 40, and she was like, and hell yeah, good. It shouldn't be because it's Jaquan music, JACQCON.
I'm gonna out myself as somebody who is not on the internet very much, but can you link that in the thing?
I vote we maybe watch a little bit of it.
Okay.
Like I'll overlay it. So let's you and I watch it, and then I'll overlay it. Hold on. Yeah, so right now it has 2 million views. So a bunch of you guys have seen it, but I will run it. Oh my God, our realtor follows her. Shout out to Katie. Okay, anyway, let's go.
I'm glad that hip hop is not in the top 40. I'm glad that there are no hip hop songs in the top 40 on Billboard because way too many of y'all have access to it. Y'all have been mistreating, misusing, and abusing hip hop for decades now. It's become a matter of capitalistic gain and not uplifting communities, telling stories, actually sharing faith and understanding in oneself, speaking on resistance, on restructuring, on revolution, using melodies and beats to describe landscapes that only really exist in museums, that only truly exist in one's imagination, right? I'm glad it's not in the top 40 anymore because way too many of y'all have garnered or gained some sort of access to our safe space, our altar. Take it off a Billboard and put it back into the CD club, the rundown warehouse, the house party, the DJ. Let's go back to the analog days, right? The days where your disconnection from technology means that you tapped into source in a deeper way. Let's go back to that. So no, I'm not mad hip-hop is not in the top 40 because it's bigger than any list can quantify. It's bigger than any spread on a magazine cover can really capture. So I'm okay with hip-hop not being in the top 40 because it's bigger than that.
I love that the track playing underneath is Radiohead's Everything in Its Right Place.
I love that.
So I hope that she meant that, like, you know, the world as it should be, everything in its right place would be like, there wouldn't be any, we wouldn't be on the top 40. Also, Robert Glasper has a phenomenal version of that song, Everything in Its Right Place.
Period.
We're gonna mass resources links in show notes, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, just gotta make a note to, as I'm editing, I'll throw it in there. But yes, I think she captured it all perfectly. That hip hop was never meant to be for mass consumption. We're just so goddamn good at making things irresistible. It's so good. It's so good. But also, hip hop that would liberate people would be irresistible if that supported the bottom line of the hegemony, and it doesn't. So that's why it's not there. But I think you could also shake ass to get free. They just don't want you to do that. We'll get there though. We'll get there. Okay. All right. Where are we going? Oh, the list.
Nominees. Oh, wait. Do you want to do a little rundown of like history of the category since 1996?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the category is younger than both of us.
Yeah.
And it was started in 1996, which automatically just some real pioneers are just kind of already boxed out because, like, you know, hip hop is 50 years old. So we'll never see like the true greats get the album of the year because they made their stuff before album of the year became a thing. But the artists who won, there have been some jokes. Straight up, there have been some jokes. We're going to go through the list. Some of you were there and probably are still recovering in therapy from some of the people who won this. But we'll just do it right now. Okay, 1996, who you got?
Naughty by Nature, Poverty's Paradise.
Yeah, and they beat out Tupac, Me Against the World, Bone Thugs and Harmony, 1999, Eternal, Old Dirty Bastard, Return to the 36 Chambers, and Skilo, I Wish. Okay, and then in 1997, the Fugees won The Score. They beat out All Eyes on Me by Tupac, A Tribe Called Quest, Beats, Rhymes, and Life, Coolio Gangster's Paradise, and LL Cool J's Mr. Smith. That was quite the spread. Okay, 1998.
Puff Daddy and the Family. No Way Out. There are ways out.
He beat out the Notorious B.I.G. Life After Death. That's fucking insane. He beat out Wyclef Jean, Missy Elliott, oh my God. He beat out I Can't Stand the Rain and Wu-Tang. So we'll keep going, but you see where this is. We're there, right? Do you see what's happening?
99, Jay-Z, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, Over, Tribe Called Quest's The Love Movement, Jermaine Dupri's Life in 1472, and Maze's Harlem World. Big Punisher was also up in there, too. We got 2000 and 2001, taken by Eminem's Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers LP, respectively.
Beating out some albums, like culturally, that albums are the size of Mount Everest. Country Grammar, he beat out Country Grammar. He beat out Nas I Am, Busta Rhymes. Woo! He beat out DMX.
The Roots' Things Fall Apart should have won that in 2000.
Yeah. Okay, 2002 is Stankonia. I have no notes. It beat out The Blueprint, which is an excellent album. Back for the First Time, Pain is Love, and Eve, Scorpion. And then 2003, Eminem is back again. So this is Eminem's third Grammy for Hip Hop Album of the Year. And mind you, Biggie or Tupac don't have any. And they've both been nominated. That just feels like worth noting. Yeah, so Eminem, he beat out Word of Mouth, Nellyville, Mystical's Tarantula, and P.D. Pablo, Diary of a Sinner. Okay, shout out to P.D. Pablo for being nominated. 2004, Speaker Box, The Love Below, which beat out Get Rich or Die Trying. That was wow. Okay, Missy Elliott, Under Construction, The Roots, Phrenology, Jay-Z, The Blueprint, to The Gift and the Curse. That was a phenomenal field. Okay, go ahead.
2005, 2006, and really 2007, 2008, Kanye takes 3 out of those years. 2005, 6, and 8. Yes. Ludacris took in 7. Beating out more Missy Elliott records. Yeah.
The Black Album. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I feel like this is when Kanye entered the building, you know?
And all them records legitimate.
They're legit as fuck, bro. Like, they're legit as fuck. We
don't know what was coming. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't know what was coming. College Dropout did little tiny tinkles of collective liberation. Little tiny tinkles. That's when he was up there talking about George Bush didn't care about black people. Yeah, old Kanye.
So we got Lil Wayne coming out with the Carter 3 in 2009. And Beats, it's kind of undeniably a winning record for that year.
Yeah, Paper Trail is an excellent album. Shout out to T.I. That's his second nomination I'm looking at. Damn, T.I. just came. When you come out with Kanye, what are you going to do? T.I. was nominated 3 times for King. Excellent album. T.I. versus T.I.P. Paper Trail. Okay. Yes. And then also Lil Wayne, what year is this? 29. He also beat out American Gangster, which right. I do love that album. Nas has not won anything, has he not?
Well, he won Best Rap Album in 2021 for The King's Disease.
Okay, so we're just not there yet. As of right now, Nas has not won anything, which is insane.
Had they started in 1994, he would have been nominated for Illmatic, but right. probably would not have won.
Okay.
But who knows?
Okay.
We got back to the Eminem reign, 2010, 2011 for Relapse and Recovery, respectively, yes. beating out Flo Rida, Mos Def, Q-Tip, Common Record, Drake's Thank Me Later, Jay-Z's Blueprint 3, and The Roots, How I Got Over. And then we're back to Kanye in 2012 with my beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy, beating out Jay-Z and Kanye's Watch the Throne, which was a banger.
It was.
Pink Friday.
Yeah.
Carter 4 and Lupe's Lasers.
Okay, now Drake is here. Take Care, 2013. He beat out 2 Chainz based on a true story. Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor. Nas, Life is Good. Rick Ross, God Forgives, I Don't. And The Roots, Undone. Have The Roots won anything?
Not album of the year, no.
God, okay.
Rap album of the year. Okay, then we got Macklemore and Ryan Lewis beating out Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, just a moment of silence. Okay.
Eminem again in 2015 with the Marshall Mathers LP 2 beating out, of all people, Iggy Azalea.
Thank God.
Childish Gambino's Because the Internet, Wiz Khalifa, Black Hollywood, Schoolboy Q, Oxymoron. That was an interesting year. And Common's Nobody Smiling.
I like Schoolboy Q a lot.
2016, 17, 18, we got Kendrick, Chance Kendrick, To Pimp, Coloring Book, Damn.
Yes.
2019, first female rapper. We talked about that earlier in the episode. Her invasion of privacy, Cardi B over Nipsey
Hussle.
Right.
And Pusha T, Daytona. Okay. And then Tyler enters the building 2020 with Igor. Did you mention what he said about winning this with Igor?
I mean, he was basically like, it's not a rap album, but y'all have to push it into the black category.
Yeah.
Prompting a larger question, like, we know we could talk about Beyonce in this respect too, but like, album of the year, I don't know the last time it was won by a black person, or if it has been.
Beyonce won last year.
Oh, right.
With
Okay.
Cowboy Carter.
Because it was time.
Because it was time, precisely.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 2021, Nas wins with King's Disease. This is an interesting. Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist, Royce da 5'9", Jay Electronica and D Smoke. Oh, D Smoke was nominated. That's cool. Okay, and then 2022, Tyler is back with Call Me If You Get Lost. What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name? Nat used to love that song. 2023, Kendrick is here again, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Okay, Pusha T, It's Almost Dry. That was there and it did not win. So that's Pusha T's second nomination as a solo artist. 2024, Killer Mike. Michael. And then 2025, Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. So yeah, here we are with 2026 and the field. So, I mean, just to show you that we really, as hard as it would be beautiful if we could just not think these awards were that big of a deal. If there was a way to like we should get more excited about the Soul Train Awards than the Grammys. Maybe Goodreads or Storygraph. Maybe Storygraph could make a category for music. We could get more just hip hop. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing over there at the Grammys. They quite literally do not.
Soundgraph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Vibe. Yeah. So, all right. Well, at the end of this wiki, they got artists with multiple wins, just as a recap, in case we don't want the episode to carry all of that.
Sure.
Run back. Since 96, right? So this is the 30th year of this category. Eminem has 6 wins. Kanye's got 4. Kendrick has 3. Outkast and Tyler have 2 apiece. So Root's been nominated 5 times, so has Common. Nas and Drake been nominated 7 times each. Yeah. So, okay. Let's move into
well, just like talk about what, like, in order to prepare for this episode, you listen to a bunch of other hip hop that was handpicked by someone else as the top albums of the year. And the only album from the Grammy nominations that made it on the list was The Clips, right?
The Clips, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like that, they were ranking the top 60 hip hop albums of 2025.
Yeah.
And so maybe because they're not doing it in allegiance to the eligibility requirements or like timeline of the Recording Academy, maybe they were discounting Tyler the Creator, because that came in 24, and maybe one of the other 2026 nominees. But of the 60 records, yeah, and the source here is the hip hop golden age.
Okay. Yeah.
And we went and looked at some, like when they did their overall rankings of
best MCs.
Right.
It felt legit.
Maybe link that in the chat too.
I'll totally link it, because we really want to know, are these just some old heads who hate new music, or like, are they down? And I mean, Rakim was number 2. I forgot who was number 1, but KRS-One was number 1. So it did feel, it felt solid enough. It feels way better than a Rolling Stone list.
Yeah. So
like MC Lyte was on there. But yeah. So can you talk about some of those albums?
Well, so Nas has this record, and your Uncle Tommy was going off about this.
Yeah, he was so excited. Yeah.
His label, the Legend Has It series. So it's Nas and Mass Appeal. But they got 2 records in the top 3 of hip hop golden ages 2025 ranking.
Yeah.
And so it was De La Soul's Cabin in the Sky, which is the first one that they do without Toward the Dove. And then the number 3 on the list after Billy Woods' Gollywog, which came in at number 2, and is a haunting, it's a devastatingly bleak album. Sonically, but also lyrically, is really good. But Clips is
number 3.
Let him sort it out. Yeah. And then the other the Legend Has It series was the Light Years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that we have been kicking around is, of the nominees, just like the nepotism in the album of the year nominations. Like, Tyler is on the Clips project, Kendrick is on the Clips project, Tyler's production is out of this world, Pharrell taught Tyler how to produce. Like, it's just like, it's the people, once you make it into that group, it feels incestuous, in like, you kind of have to be one of them in order to be able to be a Grammy nod guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Which also kind of makes sense, because like it, in terms of just like production quality, like again, back to Umi's arguments, like this isn't a knock on the artists themselves or like the aesthetic or, the choices they make in their artistry.
For sure.
And I mean, you were telling me earlier that like the internet's been screaming at Pharrell to like, bitch, say something.
Yeah.
Do like grow a political spine and articulate something in the moment that we're in.
I don't know why anyone expected that from Pharrell, though. He never gave political prowess to me. He always gave, by any means necessary, I'm gonna make this money, and he also just happens to be a genius. Like, that's always been the equation to me.
And I guess I wonder, what do artists have a responsibility to the collective?
Yes. I that is undeniable. I think we had a healthier society when the niggas in front were the Harry Belafontes and Sidney Poitiers.
Yeah.
Sidney Poitier.
Poitier.
Poitier. Award ceremony it was. But of all them niggas in the room, the only person who said something, I don't know if it was about what ICE was doing or if it was about Palestine, was Doechii. Like, she's the only one who said something. And then, but I'm also watching because I'm like, does she just not know the game yet because she's new and they're about to just start slowly indoctrinating her? Like, yeah, that's cute when you're new, but now you gotta chill out. And now she like in the group and she got the money and she got the Grammy. So will she continue to make noise? I don't know.
Fame, access, privilege, all of that serves to blunt your radicalism if you want to stay in the game. Well, it's a part of like what you sell in your soul, the sellout.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, let's get into the
albums.
The albums themselves.
This is the fun part, you guys. Sorry. We had to
and we can't play any of this.
We can't play any of it. We can link it. We can talk about it. When I've listened to the Dissect podcast, he can't ever play nothing.
Okay.
So, I mean, should we just talk front runner right off top, like who the people want to win?
Oh yeah, that seems somewhat unanimous, right?
It does.
It's gonna be the Clips.
We want the Clips to win, because they are OGs, but not just because they're OGs. This album is phenomenal from front to back. What did Pharrell say? He said, we chopped all the extra, we skinned this shit down to these are clean beats. Mm-hmm. The production is insane. The verses are insane. Everyone is saying that Malice's verse on FICO was 2025 verse of the year. It was, and it's so funny to me that right before this album dropped, I was at somewhere. I was talking to folks about how rappers need to hang it up after they're in their 30s. Because you know who I was thinking of was Kanye, and how like I just felt like he lost touch with everything that was happening, and it all felt it was just getting cringe. Mm-hmm. But then the Clips dropped this fucking album, and I'm like, I guess if you are a real nigga, you're an artist until you die. Just like how writers will write until they die, and a painter will paint until they die. Mm-hmm. If you're committed to the art as opposed to the fame and pomp and circumstance, I guess the art will always be beautiful.
And I think that they're like, and this is something that I know for a fact the hip hop golden age dudes recognize. Mm-hmm. Is like Nas hasn't lost it.
True.
Right? Cool Keith hasn't lost it.
True.
There's a bunch who are just like, So
this, again, I'm going to talk directly to the camera. T.I., if you're bored, I know you're doing comedy right now, but if you're bored, just think about it. Okay. All right.
Let God sort them out, front runner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then my second one is I fucking love Chromacopia. I love
it's a wild ride.
It's a wild ride. I took our teenager to the show. Tyler is his favorite artist. That tickles?
Yeah.
This tickles? Mm-hmm. Okay. I took he loves Tyler. We went to go see Chromacopia live. The show was an experience, but also I had to indoctrinate my teenager into how to get to a front row. I am a front row professional. And so I showed him the cargo pants and apple slices, and you have to wear comfortable shoes. It's a whole thing. But we were front row for Chromacopia. Tyler is excellent. Mm-hmm. He is excellent at his craft. I mean, he'd been in the game for he's 35, 34, so it's been at least 15 years. He knows what the fuck he's doing. It's really, really good. It's clean. Like we said, the production is insane on that album. Shout out to him for using Daniel Caesar. Rappers, I need you guys to stop singing your hooks.
Oh, Tyler sings some hooks in the...
And I hate it every time that you did it, Tyler. I'm not going to lie. The best hook, quite obviously, was Daniel Caesar's hook. If you... Miguel will see this. He follows me. And you can't reach out to them, Miguel. I don't know how it works, but you guys, Miguel is right there. He's right there. I feel like he could turn around and hook quick. You know, like he grown and professional. He could do it quick. Daniel, quick. These are efficient. Yebba would love Yebba on a hook. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all can't sing. I'm gonna just say that straight out. Y'all can't sing. You can't sing. It's a little distracting sometimes, and there are so many niggas who can sing, and you got their numbers.
Do we blame? We blame somebody for this, though, right?
Who? Drake. Is it Drake's fault?
I know. I'm actually thinking it's Chance the Rapper's fault.
Chance? Because
right?
you do be singing too much. And he did that remake with Twista. Do you want to ride in the backseat of my caddy? And I'm like, why are you singing, though? Why are you singing?
Maybe Pharrell's part of the problem, too, though. I love
what Pharrell be singing.
Me too.
Attention, are you don't bring Pharrell in this. Pharrell be holding his note. Pharrell could have sang "Do You Want to Ride." You were in Chicago, Chance. Call Aaron Allen Kane. She can't be as expensive as Miguel. There were so many solutions to this. So that's my non-political take. I'm tired of y'all singing. Lord knows I'm tired. it bring me out the song. Can you get that right? Daniel's voice is too smooth. Just use it. Every time ASAP and Miguel's link up, platinum in this house every time. Anyway, next album.
Let's go to GNX.
Yeah, so I feel at this point, straight up, Kendrick could release an album and he could do the alphabet every time. It'd be a 20-track album. He's doing the alphabet and they just throw a different beat behind it. What's his name? Mustard? DJ Mustard would make the beat and niggas would be like, call the Grammys. Yeah. So I don't mess. On that feud, of course, Team Kendrick. But when Drake was like, Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody give him a Grammy. The Grammys love Kendrick.
Yeah. Why? Per our earlier conversation.
Right? I think he's masterful at the line. Like it's conscious, it's reflective. Like his art displays a lot of emotional intelligence, but the subject matter is safe enough because it's navel gazy that they can like you said, it's meant to create aspiration and inspiration. He's really good at toting that line.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think, and maybe this is also just part of the artistic maturation, or just like as you age through like a collapsing civilization.
Yeah.
That sometimes the thorns of our revolutionary thing, they just kind of get blunted.
Yeah.
But 2014 Good Kid, Mad City was, and honestly To Pimp a Butterfly too, has a lot of social critique in it. So
yeah.
But I do feel like Kendrick he's not out here criticizing or, protesting the Recording Academy.
Right.
Right. So like the secret committees and The Weeknd was like, we're not even submitting my shit to, I don't even need y'all to consider it. I think Ariana Grande had a little spat with him, and Drake.
I didn't know Ariana did. I love that.
And so Kendrick's he's not doing any of that. He's just like either above it or just away from it and just like, I'm doing my thing and whatever.
Never released a public statement about it, which means secretly he does value it probably.
I don't know, but I think what we do know is that he's getting Grammys.
He's getting Grammys, yeah. So that's what it would take. In order for hip hop specifically, like if we're just talking about like how what they've done to hip hop, in order for us to like get the purity of it back, people would have to stop submitting. Like you have to submit it for consideration. That's the process. Mm-hmm. So then if no hip hop artists submitted their album from consideration, that would be us demonstrating that we do not value you all's opinion on this art.
Right, an industry-wide boycott of the... Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. But like with and I don't know how all of this happened timeline, because I feel like Chance obviously was the independent artist who like made it look sexy and possible, and that was 2017. But now the Spotify CEO is a billionaire and you're getting less than a cent per stream. Mm-hmm. So there's literally no way to make money off of this without the industry, it seems. Yeah. Which is so evil. Unless Jaquan said, the person whose video we posted, we take it back analog. Right. Niggas got to start buying. I saw this really cute thing. It looked like a card, like a credit card, but it had a USB connected to it, and it was an album. And so that's how you get the album. You put it in your phone, and then and they were mailing them out. Like, we got to go back. Like, no more streaming. No more streaming. You got to get stuff analog again to take back. Just put the money in the artist's pockets. And like, shout out to Vic Mensa. He did release a project last year independently, and you had to pay for it right on his website. Mm-hmm. They'd have to do that again, dude.
So you're saying NFTs is not the way to go?
No, not the way to go. Not the way to go.
Well, there are other considerations JID or JID. I'm not
It can be
hip enough
both.
to know. Yeah, it might
Yeah.
be both.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that record is.
He's great.
Yeah, he's really moving.
He's so great. He
Yeah.
needs. I think he deserves more play. We were watching A$AP Rocky talk to Denzel Washington and Spike Lee about him, and A$AP was like, he'd love to see him and Kendrick on a track, and I absolutely would. That would be really fun. And then is our last Glorilla.
Glorious. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was going to think you were going to go first. You going to say something about it?
Do you want to?
I actually have very little to say about it. I think mainly just because I'm not into the flow style. Mm-hmm. There's probably more. There's more there, but I don't like. I mean, I haven't even listened to it all the way through. So, like, what am I really qualified to say? I know the singles, like the one with Meg Thee Stallion, great.
It's fine. I don't know if that was a single. Listen, I have not read Uncle Tam's Cabin.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what it's about, so I'm good. I don't need to read it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and I say that, and I have listened to Glorious all the way through. I listened to it when it came out. I think where I'm going in my brain is that one piece Wesley Morris put out about Insecure and how it's okay to not like black art. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at. Don't drag me, you guys.
It doesn't make you like a misogynoirist. Maybe
to some people, but like I fuck with Doechii heavy. I fuck with Lady London heavy. R.I.P. to Nicki Minaj, but that nigga be rapping. I need like y'all when y'all started after she went to the dark side and y'all was like, can we admit that Monster Verse wasn't that great? We can't. Actually, that would be a lie to do that. So no, we're not going to do that, but we are going to cancel her. So no, I don't think it makes me a misogynoir. I think it makes me actually more of a feminist to want, well, one, to recognize the full humanity of a black woman rapper, to allow her to make bad art. Glorious is not good to me. Mm-hmm. Because we don't always have to make things that are excellent and knock them out of the park. We're allowed to make bad things. Right. And also
Brown Girls, that television show.
Like Brown was rough. Yeah. But listen, you tried. And I can't imagine making a television show straight up. And also that it's there are excellent, of course, I don't even feel like I need to qualify that. Obviously, there are excellent black woman rappers, and features and projects. Quite obviously. This one just isn't, it's not good to me. Like if I, fuck the Grammys, but if I were to make a rap album of the year and I had money to like put on a $3 million ceremony and hand out a really fucking heavy award, this would not have been on my list. Yeah. So, yeah. But Alligator Bites did go bananas. I really do. I really fuck with that. And I don't know why Lady London isn't getting more mainstream play. But like I said, fuck that. Who gives a fuck about mainstream? Lady London is brilliant. Flo Milli, brilliant rapper.
Was No Name ever in a Grammy consideration?
I don't know. Well, in any of those?
Well, we know no. Not in any of those.
But like Song of the Year or anything? Yeah, that's another one. Like, fuck all them, bro. Like, fuck it. Fuck it. So, I don't know. I think I am gonna watch, though. I love to see Malice and Pusha in a suit every time. So, I'll watch for that moment. And we'll see what happens. But it's really hard engaging with culture in general, but especially right now.
Say more about that.
Just like it's hard to have these like moments paired with the other moments that are happening, especially because you can't even really fully enjoy this one because of what everything is rooted in some bullshit. So also curious to see what Tyler's gonna wear, so that'll be fun as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
that's our epi, you guys. If you like us, subscribe to the YouTube, to the Spotify, to the wherever you're listening to this. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode. You will not see us next week. We need time to put that episode together. We're going to be talking about bell hooks a little bit, and we were fleshing it out.
Oh, is it going to be bell hooks and Thomas Sunkar, or are they going to be separate?
I don't know. You guys will find out when we drop the episode whether they'll be together or separate. Maybe that is the secret sauce, is to put them together. But yeah, and if you are feeling so inspired from listening to us that you want to put something in the offering plate, you can join the Patreon. It's lit over there. I said, my poets, you looking good today. I love you guys. We love you guys. We hope you have a week filled with critical thought, empathy, and awe. Until next time.
Peace.